The intensity on the court is reaching a boiling point, and we are tracking every major development across the global tennis circuit. First up, we head to the Stuttgart Open, where the star power is undeniable, as Alina Rybakina secures her spot in the championship match. After a commanding victory over Mura Andreeva, she is set to face Karolina Muchova in what promises to be an absolute thriller of a final.
Looking for a fast-charging, ultra-responsive stylus for your iPad? Meet the 2X Fast Charge Active Stylus Pen, designed for 2018 to 2025 Apple iPads. Take your creativity and productivity to the next level. Click the link in the video description to shop now on Amazon.
Turning our attention to the upcoming Madrid Open, things are looking incredibly difficult for Coco Gauff. The third-seeded star has been dealt a nightmare draw that forces her to navigate a gauntlet of top-tier talent if she hopes to lift that trophy. With a bracket stacked with heavy hitters from start to finish, her path to the final is officially the story to watch this week. Away from the high-stakes pressure of match play, we are seeing a lighter side of the tour in Spain. Coco Gauff and Eva Lies were spotted out and about in Madrid filming TikTok videos together during a night out. It is a surprising and fun look at the budding friendship between these two stars as they take some time to decompress off the court. Finally, a massive win for player privacy, as French Open tournament director Émilie Mauresmo confirms they will not be adding intrusive backstage cameras to the event. Following complaints from players like Coco Gauff and Iga Swiatek regarding their personal space, the French Open is choosing to protect the athletes instead of prioritizing extra broadcast footage. We have all the angles covered, so make sure you smash that like button, subscribe to the channel, and hit the bell icon to stay updated on everything happening in the world of sports. Ever wondered what it takes to stop a losing streak cold in its tracks? The Stuttgart Open just gave us a masterclass in resilience as the clay court drama hits a fever pitch. Alina Rybakina is officially in a league of her own, extending her rankings lead over Coco Gauff after a clinical takedown of Mura Andreeva. Think about this. After dropping 2 matches to Andreeva earlier this season, Rybakina flipped the script entirely, storming back to win 8 of the last 9 games. That is not just tennis, that is pure mental fortitude. But the other side of the bracket is where things get truly historic. Karolina Muchova just punched her ticket to her very first WTA 500-level final, surviving a grueling 3-set war against Alina Svitolina. Watching Muchova close that match out with a love service game capped off by an ace, that is the kind of ice-cold composure you only see in future champions. It is a clash of titans, the dominant power of Rybakina versus the tactical brilliance of Muchova. This final is set to be a classic, so mark your calendars and tell me in the comments. Who are you backing to take the trophy home? History is waiting to be written, and in a game this unpredictable, every point counts. Ever felt like the universe is testing you before you even step onto the court? That is exactly the reality for Coco Gauff at this year's Mutua Madrid Open. The brackets are out, and let's be honest, Gauff has been handed an absolute gauntlet. If she wants that trophy, she is going to have to earn every single point the hard way. After a first-round bye, Coco kicks things off against either Oksana Selikmetova or a qualifier. Don't sleep on Selikmetova. She has already proven she can take down big names, having upset Paula Badosa at the Australian Open earlier this year. From there, the potential third-round clash against Sorana Cirstea or the dangerous Elsa Jacquemot looms, and we know Jacquemot has a habit of pulling off high-profile upsets. But here is where it really gets intense. By the 4th round, Gauff could be staring down Linda Noskova, Lyudmila Samsonova, or even the battle-tested Maria Sakkari. And if she clears that hurdle, the quarterfinals could feature a high-stakes showdown against Jessica Pegula or Marta Kostyuk. It's a relentless lineup of talent that demands perfection. The deeper she goes, the steeper the climb. The semifinals could pit her against heavy hitters like Alina Rybakina or Amanda Anisimova. Should she make it to the final, she's looking at a potential rematch against world number 1 Aryna Sabalenka, the very player who denied her the title in Madrid last year, or perhaps the legendary Iga Swiatek. This isn't just a tournament, it's a mental and physical marathon. Gauff has the talent, but does she have the stamina to survive this draw? Make sure to hit that subscribe button to keep up with every twist and turn from the Kaja Magica. Tennis is a game of inches, and in Madrid, every single one of them is going to count. Have you ever wondered what the world's top tennis stars do to blow off steam when the cameras aren't strictly glued to the court? You're walking through the vibrant, bustling streets of Madrid, and suddenly, you spot two of the brightest young talents in the game, Coco Gauff and Eva Lies, huddled up and filming TikToks like they're just two friends on a weekend getaway. It's a hilarious and refreshing reminder that even with the intense pressure of the tour, these athletes are still Gen Z kids at heart, finding ways to bond and keep things light. It's genuinely cool to see that camaraderie blossom off the court. It humanizes them in a way that press conferences never will. But while the social media fun captures the headlines, the competitive grind never really stops. Speaking of long-term goals, we've got to talk about Nick Kyrgios. The firebrand himself has officially set his sights on a major comeback, labeling Wimbledon as his last shot at glory. It's a high-stakes narrative that feels like a cinematic finale for one of the most polarizing figures in modern tennis. Can he channel that raw, unfiltered energy into one final deep run on the grass? We'll be watching closely. If you're loving these behind-the-scenes glimpses and tennis updates, make sure to hit that subscribe button and turn on notifications so you never miss a beat. After all, in the world of professional tennis, the biggest stories are often the ones happening just off the baseline. Ever feel like the walls have eyes? Well, for tennis stars, that isn't just paranoia, it's their reality. After the Australian Open turned into a surveillance nightmare, the French Open is finally drawing a line in the clay. Tournament director Amélie Mauresmo just dropped the hammer on broadcasters, confirming they won't be adding any new backstage cameras this year. She's choosing privacy over the extra content grab, proving that even in the high-stakes world of Grand Slams, there has to be a sanctuary. This all stems from the drama earlier this year when cameras caught Coco Gauff blowing off steam by smashing her racket, thinking she was totally out of sight. When you're at your absolute lowest, the last thing you want is the world analyzing your temper tantrum on a loop. Iga Swiatek hit the nail on the head when she compared the current state of things to living like an animal in a zoo. It's an invasive trend that the WTA is actively pushing back against, even testing out rage rooms at smaller events to give players a legitimate place to vent without a lens in their face. But it's not all no at Roland Garros. In a smart move to balance things out, the French Open is actually embracing tech by becoming the first Grand Slam to allow wearables like Whoop, which were previously banned. They're listening to the athletes, recognizing that if you want elite performance, you have to treat players like humans, not just content machines. So, where do you stand? Do we have a right to see every raw, emotional moment, or are we pushing our sports heroes too far? Let me know your thoughts in the comments below, and don't forget to hit that subscribe button for more behind-the-scenes look at the business of sports. At the end of the day, sometimes the best moments in sports are the ones that never make it to the highlight reel.